What's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here, bringing you another episode of What's New with TW. So we got a bunch of stuff for you today. We got some lure making stuff, got a bunch of gear from Sims. So the first couple things we're gonna go into, we got a couple new reels from Daiwa. So these were released a few months ago and they've been on pre-order. We finally just got them in, we're super stoked about them. The first one here is this new Prorex casting reel. Now this is a phenomenal big bait reel. These reels were actually built specifically for muskie fishing. So muskie, pike anglers up there in those northern waters, you need a big reel, high line capacity. These are 400 size reels, so they hold a ton of line for throwing those big monster lures. What's cool about this reel specifically, so it is a muskie reel, but it's going to be also a phenomenal swim bait reel for throwing those big 8-10 inch baits for big trophy bass. And what's great about this reel, it's built super heavy duty. So it's aluminum frame, aluminum side plates. On the inside, it's got a hardened brass gear system. And a couple of other things on the inside that make this reel great for big swim baits is it has this stiffened clutch system in there. So it's a little bit more heavy duty of a clutch. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna help with those times when you have like a big reel, or especially reels with big power handles on them. You're not gonna accidentally engage that reel on the cast and snap cast your lures off. So a much more heavy duty clutch system, and it's just gonna improve the overall durability of this reel for the lifespan of the reel. Gonna be great for our marketing director, Corey Schmidt. We heard that he snap casts the lures off all the time when he's using a reel with a power handle, so he needs to get one of these as well. Speaking of the power handle, you can switch this power handle from a 70 to an 80 millimeter power handle, so you can shorten it or lengthen it up if you want. It's flat, it's got that gunmetal look with the purple accents. It just looks awesome. And it comes in 3 gear ratios. So you got a 5-to-1, 7-to-1, and an 8-to-1. So if you're looking for a reel to slow roll baits, work those big top waters really fast. So they got all gear ratios to keep you covered for any type of big bait presentation you want to do. The next one that we got from Daiwa is the new Legalis LT. And this is a phenomenal reel for the price point. So depending on the size that you get, they come in from 70 to 80 bucks. I believe we have them in a 1,000 all the way up to a 5,000 series. And I personally think Daiwa makes a fantastic reel for the price point. If you're looking for a reel that's not gonna break the bank, but you're gonna get great performance out of it, this is gonna be one you wanna check out. So it's built on that Daiwa LT light and tough body. So it's got a carbon-based material for the body, so it's incredibly lightweight and strong. It's more lightweight and stronger than kind of the traditional materials that are out there. Another thing it's got on this is got the ATT drag system, so super smooth drag, and then it's got the air bail and the air rotor, so it's extremely easy to flip it over, and then it just winds super smooth. It takes very little effort to get this thing cranking. Like I said, for 70 to 80 bucks, you're getting a reel that's just packed full of features, and you're getting a lot for your money with these, with that Daiwa Legalis. All right, next up, so punching season, about to be in full swing, middle of summer here. We got a new hook from Gamakatsu. This is the Gamakatsu G-Power Heavy Cover Worm Flip and Punch Hook. So this is actually helped design with Aaron Martins. If you know anything that Aaron Martins has had a part in designing, you know that he puts years of thought and testing into anything before he puts his name on it. Now this is a phenomenal punching hook. So it's made out of that tournament grade wire that Gamakatsu has. And what that is it's a stronger steel. So it's about 20% smaller in diameter than you would get with traditional high carbon steel that most hooks are made out of. And so that's gonna give you a smaller profile. So you're gonna get the same strength with a smaller hook, so it's gonna give you better hook penetration. And if you try to flex this thing, this is only a 3/0 hook, and you cannot even bend this wire at all when you put maximum force on it. So this is gonna be one of the strongest flipping and punching hooks on the market. And it's a couple of the other things it's got on it. It's got a shortened point, and it's got that nano coat slick finish on there. So you're gonna get just effortless hook penetration. It's got a welded eye, so built for punching, so you can snell knot, and you're not gonna have any problem with your line going through the eyelet of the hook. Another thing that Aaron puts a lot of thought to is this keeper on the back. So this keeper is kind of got a scooped shape to it. And what the deal is with that is that scoop shape is gonna hold your plastics on there a lot better, and it's not gonna tear them up as well either. Some of the keepers on the market that are a little bit sharper, sharper pointed, they tear your plastics up and they don't hold them on as well. He's pretty adamant about having that scoop shape keeper on there. So we got the 2/0 and 3/0 just came in, but we are gonna have the 4/0 and 5/0 here really shortly for those bigger soft plastics that you wanna punch through those mats. So if if you're looking for some new line, we just got some new line from Soft Steel. So the first one here is the new Soft Steel Stretch Fluoro. Now it kind of sounds, you know, why would you want a stretching fluorocarbon? You know, this leader material is gonna be great for a lot of the people that are running that braid to leader connections. A lot of people are moving that way now. And, you know, it helps save line, you know, saves you money. You can spool up a braid and leave it on for a couple of years and only have to replace the leaders. You know, it's a little bit more sensitive when you're running straight braid. There's no stretch in that line. But some of the problems with just using those real stiff fluorocarbon leader materials is you don't have any impact shock absorbency. So this stretch fluoro is going to be great for maybe some of your reaction baits, spinner baits, swim jigs, things like that, when you just want a little bit of give in that line for the fish to get the bait a little bit better. Or some of those things that you do, you know, super heavy hook sets, flipping into kind of heavier cover, you would just want a little bit of shock absorbency to take some of that impact. It's gonna be great for people fishing in saltwater too. It still has all the benefits of traditional fluorocarbon. It's 100% invisible. It's extremely abrasion resistant, but you're just getting a little bit more stretch with the stretch fluorocarbon, a little bit more shock absorbency when you're going to this line right here. Then we also got their Super HD Premium Monofilament line. So this is an awesome mono. It's made from a multi-polymer formulation, so it's really high quality, it's really low stretch, it's got great knot strength, and it's really abrasion resistant as well. But this is also a fluorocarbon coated monofilament, so that's going to help it sink a little bit, and then you're also going to get a little bit of added invisibility. It's going to be less visible than your traditional monofilament on the market. So a couple new lines from Soft Steel, make sure you check those out. All right, so if you're into making your own lures, we got a bunch of stuff from Lurecraft. I believe we had a couple hundred SKUs in. So if you're into pouring plastics and, you know, making your own baits and things like that, we got just about everything you would need to do that. So we have all the, you know, the fine glitters. We have the glitter in multiple different sizes and in a bunch of different colors. We have all the plastics as well. So the plastics, I believe, come in 3 different formulas and a couple different sizes. We have the quarts and the gallons, and we have it in varying flexibility. So if you want a stiffer plastic, softer plastic, you can make your choice. We have a bunch of additives as well, oils and things that you can add to the plastic to make them stiffer, make them softer, and just get the right balance of what you need. So if you want to just kind of get into pouring plastics, we have these silicone molds. They're a little bit more affordable, and you don't need the injectors. You can just pour the plastics in there and start experimenting and making some of your own plastics. You can make cool laminate colors with some of the worms. So we got a bunch of different shapes for the silicone molds. But if there's something that you really like and you want to make a bunch of them and you want a little bit higher quality plastic, we do have the aluminum molds. So these are the higher quality molds. They're a little bit more expensive, but these are the injection molds. So you get a full body profile. So it's not going to have a flat spot in it. You'll have a top and bottom. And we have a bunch of different shapes in these as well. Everything craws, worms, swim baits, all kinds of stuff like that. And then we have the injectors too. So I believe we got these in 2 sizes. So if you're making a bunch of them, you want to get a bunch of different molds, you can really, you know, load these things up and go to town on making some baits. All right, next up, we got a bunch of stuff from Simms. The first one, we got this new CX Bass Line short sleeve shirt. So super comfortable. It's a cotton poly blend. They fit really well. They're super soft. And then we also got this whole line of Flyweight gear. So Simms came out with their Flyweight lineup a few months ago. We got it in. We got some of it in and just got it ready on the website. So the first one is this hybrid hip pack. This is a cool hip pack. If you're running around to different ponds or out here on the coast, a lot of us go out perch fishing after work and stuff. This is going to be perfect for that. So on a bunch of the Simms Flyweight gear, they have this new hex grid system on there, so you can add and take off different accessories and just kind of customize your setup any way you want. A really cool system. So you can go on to Simms and get different accessories if you want to add to it. On this hip belt, they've got 2 pockets, and there's more internal storage on the inside of each pouch. There's more mesh pockets in there. They got more pockets on the bottom, pliers pockets. They got a big like water bottle holder on the side that's really cool. They've also got a Flyweight backpack. Super cool backpack. I know when I was running around, you know, going after ponds and going to backwater lakes and stuff when I was a kid, I wish I had something like this instead of just an old, you know, crappy JanSport from your school. On the inside, it's got a bunch of organization as well. So it's got more pouches and more mesh pockets on the inside, so you can keep everything super organized. You have that grid system on the outside, so like I said, you can You can add accessories to that, add more pouches. You can tuck stuff in there. It's got a super nice hip belt on there. It's a padded mesh, so it's super comfortable. It gets a lot of airflow in there, so you're not going to be sweating as bad when you're going to your favorite fishing spot. And then we also got a couple of the Flyweight, the hoodies and the jacket. So this hoodie, I couldn't really tell by looking at it online, but when you get this thing out of the pack, I was actually super impressed. So it's got a nylon ripstop material on the outside. On the inside, it's got this Polartec grid construction kind of fleece material on the inside. So you're gonna get just an incredible warmth to weight ratio. This Flyweight series, this stuff's all about saving weight and being able to walk into places where other people aren't fishing. So if you're looking for something that's lightweight and gonna be super warm, that hoodie's gonna be the way to go. All right, next up, we also got their Flyweight jacket, their shell jacket. This is an awesome rain jacket. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. I'm definitely gonna pick one up for my hunting pack. I'm always hiking around the woods in to save some weight. So this jacket is actually a 2-layer Gore-Tex, dual layer Gore-Tex, pack-light material, and it's got fully taped seams all the way around. When you open it up, you can see that. So you're gonna be fully watertight. It's windproof, so just keep you protected from the elements. And like I said, with the Flyweight gear, it's super, super lightweight just to save some weight from hiking around all day. And it's got a few pockets on it, and then this jacket actually will roll up and pack into its own chest pocket right here. So you can pack this thing up. It's gonna stay in a nice little package, and you can throw it in your backpack, in your boat compartment, whatever you want, and you just have an ultra, ultra lightweight rain jacket that's not gonna take up a bunch of space. All right, and last thing we got the new Simms cooling underwear. So we got the cooling boxer and the boxer brief. So these are gonna be awesome for those months coming up, July, August. When you're out there, it's 100 degrees and you're punching mats and it's just miserable out there. These are gonna be ones you wanna grab. So they're made with this Avra yarn and stretch materials. So it's gonna be super comfortable, and that Avra yarn provides a cooling effect as soon as you put them on, just to keep you more comfortable and when it's just super, super hot out there. They also got a unique fly pouch on them and these flat minimal seam construction on there. So you're gonna be chafe-free, just feel good, and just gonna be an awesome boxer to wear out there when it's just miserable hot. Last thing we got a bunch of new Tackle Warehouse stickers we wanted to show you guys. So we got some new designs. We got these new circle fish in a bunch of sizes. We got new sizes on the box fish, a bunch of new colors. We got this new stars and bars on there. We got this one in 2 sizes as well. And then our stacked logo, we got them in new colors and new sizes. We have them in the standard 3x15, and then we have little guys as well. We know as fishermen, we slap stickers on just about everything, so we got some more options for you there. So, all right, that's all we got for you today. Thanks for tuning in. As always, for more information or to purchase the product seen here today, make sure to click shop or link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.